cyclomethicone, benzyl salicylate, cyclopentasidoxane.
Those were just a few ingredients found in cosmetics, and they will damage your health.
So how do you replace a deodorant with a simple ingredient?
Sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, whatever you wanna call it. I have no idea why nobody's talking about this. In this video, I'll give you 2 ways to implement this. Keep in mind that this does not give you a fragrance, it just deodorizes, but it does it very well. When I was having like hormonal issues, when I had like low testosterone, I needed to, step something up, so I searched everything. I was super obsessed with, testosterone decreasing substances such as estrogenics found in plastic, cosmetics such as like deodorant, perfumes, shampoos, body washes. Since then I've kind of researched a little bit, all the alternatives. One thing like everybody does is advise you like a estrogenic free shampoo or an estrogenic free deodorant or some shit. I didn't want to do that because first of all it's quite pricey and I didn't want to spend anything. Plus it's kind of a, I don't know, but I don't feel like buying things online just for the sake of it. Maybe like that's like a limiting belief of mine, but I prefer doing things by myself. So I listened to my grandma. So what happened? So one day when I was in vacation, I was with my grandmother, and she saw I was like ditching every industrial product. I was not using shampoo, conventional body washes, and I basically made it myself. So she saw me doing these things, and she was like, hey, there is a way like to not smell, basically, using baking soda. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't believe it, to be honest. Like, it sounds so crazy, like some myth. And so I was like, okay, tell me more. And she told me, basically, you have a shower, okay, and you take like a pinch of baking soda and put it under your armpits, okay. I was like, okay, sure, I'll do that. I was certain that that was going to like reduce the smell of something. Like, it was not going to be a permanent fix for my deodorant situation. So I just tried it, and I was shocked. Literally, I thought I was crazy. I thought I was getting like COVID or something, because I could not smell anything, like anything. Literally, the next day, okay, I was working out, and I could not smell anything, like anything at all. So I was like, what the fuck is this? I went to my family members. I was like, hey, can you like feel anything? And they were like, no, I cannot feel anything. So I went to my dad, to my grandmother even. So yeah, that was kind of crazy. I did not expect this to be so effective. I'm saying, in the thumbnail, I said like, there's a deodorant like worse than this baking soda method. I really believe it, because first of all, deodorants, okay, they may have some fragrance to it, okay, mine doesn't, but it also has a lot of fucked up shit. Like, if you want to check the ingredients of your deodorant and their like toxicity and stuff, you can like download any app of I have this Yuka. It's this simple like application. It's probably made for food, to like rank food. I use it more for cosmetics because I don't need like advices and food scores. I know how to read labels, but for cosmetics I have no idea what those ingredients are. So you just scan the barcode and it tells you exactly. Look, for example, this thing. So feel free to check yourself like what you're using, all the cosmetics you use, and you'll find you will find out you have some weird ingredient in your cosmetics. So I think there is one more reason baking soda is superior to deodorant. That's the price. I don't know, probably that deodorant in the thumbnail was surely more than 10 euros, okay? While baking soda is probably like 2 euros and will last you 10 times more. Just take baking soda, put it in a jar, that's it. Take a pinch every time you exit the shower, and when you like you're still like a bit wet, you just apply a little baking soda, that's it. Take equal amounts of baking soda, fat and cornstarch, or like any starch. This will give you a kind of a paste, okay? Kind of a more solid substance. This is a bit better if you want to, you know, apply it as a normal like deodorant, not only after the shower. You can apply it even if you are dry, and it is still effective. So okay, quick note, depending on what fat you use, the consistency will change. So I advise you to use like a saturated fat, so the paste stays more solid. I've tried using like olive oil, but it turns out very like runny and liquid. So if you have like I don't know, some coconut oil or some like shea butter, I don't know how to pronounce that, you will have a thicker paste. Okay, so that was a quick overview of the methods. Now I'll give you some more information if you want. So first of all, there is actually a way you can fragrance your deodorant. The problem is that it will not last for like more than a few hours. Basically, you can add essential oils, okay? And by doing that, it will have a kind of a good smell for the first like 2 or 3 hours. Okay, now I just want to avoid any confusion. You don't have to be like dripping water to apply the baking soda like in the first method. You just need to have a, you know, a kind of sticky skin, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Like you dried off and everything, but your skin is still a bit like, you know, sticky. Okay, I wanted to point out that in my experience, okay, I find the first method a bit more long lasting. It's like a really thin line, but I think the first method lasts longer. But again, you can still use the second method, it is still fine. It will still be effective for like, I don't know, at least a day or more. Another thing I would say before you try this is that this will not stop you from sweating, but it will stop the smell for sure. One more thing I'd like to add is that, yeah, I mean, you can find you know, deodorants that are like safe, like their ingredients are safe, but I mean, why would you pay for them if you can just use baking soda? Plus, like, are they really safe? They say they are, but you know, you never know what those things are. Well, baking soda, you know what baking soda is. It never harmed anyone. I mean, you can't go wrong with baking soda. So yeah, if you think I'm crazy, makes sense. I also didn't believe this, but just try. Trust me. If you try this and it doesn't work, dislike this video, please. So I'm sure it will work. So I'm sure you will not dislike this video. But if for some strange reason this doesn't work, tell me.